Hi guys, thank you so much for coming back to our podcast, Diamond Skin's Beauty 101 podcast. So we've had a few questions for people asking, how do they get amazing skin or amazing glass skin? There's so much stuff out there nowadays, but not enough information about what is actually going into the bottle or onto your skin, what's inside the bottle. More like what's inside the bottle and what's going onto your skin. Is all skin boosters injectables or can you do non-injecting skin boosters? Skin boosters give you flawless skin. We have Radhika here today. She is a business owner and a content creator. Thank you so much, Radhika, for coming onto the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Chantel.
Oh, no. You're amazing. You have amazing skin. What's your secret?
That is so nice. I have to thank my mom for the genetics, but I think it's definitely since after the age of 25, I've noticed I have to treat my skin a bit differently and I need a routine, like a consistent routine.
Okay, so what's your routine been like?
So it's been making sure that I start using retinoids a little bit more and start cleansing my face in the morning and the evening, sometimes even during the day when I've been out in this London pollution,
Yeah, it's true.
and just making sure that I book in for a facial basically every single month.
Okay.
Without fail. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So do you do like a hydrofacial or does it vary depending on what the person thinks?
I think you're right. Yeah, it varies, but I love a good hydrofacial. But I'm always up for trying new things.
Oh, that's amazing. So you don't like needles.
No. I'm terrified of them. Oh my God. To the point where I was going on a holiday to Tanzania. I had to get like holiday jabs and I fainted. I literally fainted.
Wow.
In the doctor's room. It was so embarrassing, but
oh my God.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
Did you inject it while you were fainted?
No. They had it, but I just get so overwhelmed. I think when I see the needle, or like mentally when I feel it like scratching the surface of the skin, I don't know what happens to it. I just blank out.
Oh
so
God.
If I can avoid it, I will.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's perfect. So having great skin and doing all your skincare routines, you do a lot of content creating. You've been on the Squid Games, the challenge.
That was crazy. That was crazy. And can I just tell you, the extreme conditions in there, my skin was awful afterwards. So I just booked in for another hydrofacial. But it was cold. It was dry air. I was without sunlight for like over a week. It was challenging. It was so fun though.
Really?
Yeah, it was so good. And I know I made a few things on social media afterwards. And whenever I put my face in front of the camera, people always ask, like, what do you do with your skin? What's your skincare routine? So I've become a bit more conscious of it. And definitely that's why like I love looking for new treatments, new products to kind of work with my skin at this age.
Oh, that's incredible. So people probably want to know, like, oh my God, Radhika, you was on Squid Games. Which part did you come out in? Why did you come out?
God.
What was red light, green light like? And did you know that the girl at the end, that one, sorry, spoiler alert, did you think she was going to win?
Oh my goodness. Well, I briefly met her in there, but the whole experience itself, amazing teamwork from the Netflix production team. To manage 456 people is crazy.
Yes.
And to manage like a prize fund of 4.56, I personally think the best person won.
Okay, really?
Yeah, I personally do. No better winner.
Yeah.
But it was really challenging. I mean, red light, green light, for example, that they show it as a 5-minute game. It was actually like in the coldest conditions and during the cold weather that we had like last January.
Yeah.
And we were in this big airplane hangar and there was 456 of us, this massive room with this scary doll on the other side and this music playing. And we literally had to freeze, but they showed it as 5 minutes. We actually had to like run and then freeze for like 40 minutes up to like an hour, I feel sometimes.
What?
So the first person like literally got out 4.5 hours after we started. We literally had to like freeze and then run for like a few seconds and then freeze for another 40 minutes.
Why was he freezing for so long?
There was so many of us, so we had to basically wait for the judges to literally go through each person and adjudicate each person. And like we had like some apparently motion detector things in our arms, so they had to like look at all the data and then explode the impacts of the people that moved. Like,
oh my God, so
it was crazy. It was wild, but yeah.
Explosion, not actually a shot.
Yeah. Some people thought there were snipers that like would shoot them, but no, it was an ink pack that we had. Everyone had these vests on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't know. That's the magic of production. Like it was crazy. Yeah.
That's insane. But you managed to come out with amazing skin.
Oh, That's so sweet. But at the moment, they're like there. I remember I made this video that went quite viral actually on TikTok, which was all about my beauty routine when I was in the experience, and a lot of people like equated it to being like in a women's prison because like they didn't give us after we finished red light green light, which was freezing cold. Like I could see my breath. I had like a runny nose while the cameras were panning around me. We all got coughs. We all got like quite dry skin, and they didn't give us lip balm. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the here, but like cut this out if not. But we didn't get lip balm, so they had these drawers in the bathrooms, and they had like hairbands, underwear, socks, whatever. And then one of the drawers had like condoms in it, so we ended up using the condom lube as lip balm. Like, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. So that was like what we did in there. There was like shampoo, conditioner, but like that wasn't helping our skin or our lips or anything at all. We had like the most basic moisturizer that we had to use on our whole body. So like by the end of that whole like week that I spent in there, I was out after the third game, which was battleships, which was still very cool.
Yeah.
I had so many challenges in between in the dorms. But yeah, we saw no sunlight, and that dry environment, it just absolutely like dried up my skin afterwards. I felt like a reptile. Like it was really, really crazy. But we did all sorts in there. I know some people were like laying down their edges with toothpaste. Like it was bad. Like we had to do what we could.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So you went through the cookie game?
Yeah, the cookie game.
Which
Yeah,
one did you do?
I had Star.
Oh, okay,
It was so hard. It was actually
Is it
hard.
hard?
Star and Umbrella, the hardest one.
Yeah. And did you like practice before you went in?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it was silence in there, and all you could hear was like people spitting into the thing. It was gross.
That is
Oh
so
my
gross.
gosh, it was absolutely horrible.
But you still came out with great skin. But now we're going to do a skin booster, but you don't like needles. So you spoke to the doctor, and she explained to you that some of the best skin boosters are like the 5-point injections. Like most people have heard of Profilo, which is a fantastic hyaluronic acid treatment that goes into the skin and helps treat in the lower layers of the skin.
Yeah.
But we're doing a non-surgical treatment for you today.
Thank you.
So just for those people who wanted to know, there is non-surgical skin boosting available out there, and you're going to watch Radhika's a treatment today. So at least you will show us how to get great skin without having to use needles. Okay. Unlike any other skincare treatment, skin boosters are considered relatively new. Mm-hmm. What made you interested in it? Or have you actually ever heard of skin boosters before?
So I've never heard of skin boosters until my appointment and consultation today. So it was really interesting learning about it and learning about the process and what actually goes into it. And I think my outlook on skincare is always to stay adaptable and always try learning like what's out there. I know a lot of the treatments and a lot of the stuff we put on our skin now didn't exist 10 years ago.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so it's always good to really like stay on top of new technology, new research that comes out. So this is why I'm always really keen on learning a lot more and talking to skin experts to see what new research there is and what new treatments I can get to treat certain problem areas on my skin.
Have you ever had problem skin? So apart from like your experience in Squid Games and your skin was dry, have you ever had or had to deal with problem skin?
So, I mean, I've always had combination skin, and I think you might be able to agree, we have gorgeous melanin-rich skin,
yes,
and the main problem that we tend to get, is hyperpigmentation. If we do get a spot or if we do get a scar, it does leave behind more scarring or more hyperpigmentation than other types of skin. So, that was one of the areas for me. Like here, I know recently I've had a few hormonal spots on my chin, so they've left a bit of scarring behind. So it'll be interesting to see what's available that's not as invasive to kind of treat that kind of area.
So when do you typically tend to get spots? Is it like during periods or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, during my usual cycles, I think. Yeah, which is very common.
Very common, yeah. So when you do get a spot, do you put anything on it or you just leave it?
Yeah, recently I've been using pimple patches, and they tend to help, but they tend to literally take a few days to work, and you also have to just keep them on. And like I always like keep touching mine when they're on. So that's what I've been using at the moment. But just carrying on, I think, with a good diet and with the skincare routine that you have.
So you mentioned that when you use pimple patches, and then Do you use sunscreen as well? Because a big thing out there is like we've got melanin in our skin, we don't need sunscreen.
Biggest myth, because the sun, the UV light damages all types of skin regardless. So it's always good to have that extra layer of protection. And that last step of my skincare routine, it's always applying sunscreen, even on a cloudy day, because there's small amounts of UV light that still come through. So I always wear a factor 50 on my holidays, especially, but all the time.
So do you ever work from home doing your business or content creation?
Yeah, all the time. I think more times work from home than I do than I'm out. But my work does take me traveling quite a bit.
Oh, amazing.
And I'm lucky to spend a lot of time in nature as well and hiking and stuff like that. So I always have to make sure that I apply a lot of sunscreen and keep my skin protected, especially during the summer months. My skin is very prone to drying, so I have to make sure it's super moisturized and I have to make sure that the UV protection is there.
Oh, perfect. So thank God. So when you're working from home, do you apply sunscreen even indoors?
Yes, because I actually sit next to a massive window. So I have to. The sun is always beaming in my face halfway through the day. So I actually do wear sunscreen, and also sunscreen on my hands as well to make sure, because hands also are very prone to aging. So I always make sure they're moisturized and like sunscreened up. Yeah.
That's
And
good.
when you get your nails done, if you get shellac or anything, or with the UV curing, it's always good to either wear a glove with the nails sticking out or have sunscreen on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really good advice.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either. I saw it not long ago on TikTok from like several creators. And I thought, oh my God, you're so right. Yeah, completely.
Or put sunscreen on your hands before you get your nails done.
Yeah.
Because it is actually direct UV light.
Absolutely.
Going
It's quite
onto
strong
your
sometimes
hands.
too.
Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. That's really good advice.
So
So we're going to start. You want to ask the doctor some questions. I'm taking it because this is a whole new different era for you doing skin boosters. So we'll bring in the expert. So we'll bring in Dr. Rola for you. She is a doctor she used to be based in Kuwait. She's 18 years experience working in Kuwait on all sorts of skin types. So Arabic, Asian, black, white, everything. So it's amazing. And she has an MBA I say MBA, I mean Masters in Dermatology and Aesthetic Medicine. So if you've got any questions you want to ask about skincare, your skin routine, sunscreen, or even using gloves underneath the UV light, you'd be the best person to ask. So bring her in.
Perfect. Thank you.
Radhika, Dr. Rola's here. So you've got any questions you want to answer about your non-invasive skin booster?
Sure. So I was really interested in knowing exactly what it does to my skin and what I can expect from the process.
Yeah, a bit of hydration, rejuvenation. If you will do like some sessions, it will help also with the fine lines, lifting the skin a bit up. So yeah.
Brilliant. No, that sounds great. And how is it for hyperpigmentation, especially for my areas here with like some scarring from spots?
Because like skin boosters are different. So if we applied like skin boosters related to hyperpigmentation, it will work in brightening the skin as well. Yeah. And giving a bit of lighter areas, even skin color. So yeah, and smoothen the skin out. Yeah.
That sounds
But you
amazing.
need to do some sessions. It's not only one session.
I see. And when you say some sessions, how many do you usually recommend?
It's different according to the case. So, for example, if you have hyperpigmentation, one session every 3 weeks for 5 sessions may be enough. And then you need to maintain every 6 months to do at least one session, just to keep up the results. Yeah.
Brilliant. And what maintenance do I need to do in between the sessions to make sure that everything goes to plan?
Sunscreen is very important. Moisturizing the face, maybe applying some vitamin serums and hyaluronic acid every now and then. Keeping your face hydrated is very important as well. Drinking lots of water.
Brilliant, I see. And especially during these horrible winter months, the skin gets so dry.
Yeah, it's
So really, really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you so much for
You're
clearing that up.
welcome.
That's a lot of my questions. And one last question was, so what exactly is applied then onto my skin?
Yeah, for you, I prefer applying hyaluronic acid for hydration and rejuvenation as well. Vitamins for like the glutathione and vitamin C. It helps in the hyperpigmentation areas to even out the skin color and tone. Yeah. So it's like a cocktail of different ingredients. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay. Will Radhika have any downtime?
Now it depends on which roller we will use. Yeah. So if the depth is not like deep enough, it's not very deep, the needle is not long enough, so no downtime, maybe 1 day. If we're working deeper, so yeah, you will have some redness, some dryness for a bit of 3 to 7 days according. Yeah. Yeah, and you need to apply moisturizers as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after this treatment that she does today, what advice would you give her, like right now? So after her treatment, what can she use on her skin? What should she?
Sunscreen and moisturizing, because the face will be dry a bit after the treatment, so we need to hydrate it as much as we can. Yeah.
Brilliant. And
Yeah.
avoid makeup or avoid steam or
Like as long as the face is a bit still irritated or dry, I don't prefer using. Yeah.
How long for?
It depends on the depth what we are using. Like for 2 3 days, maybe you will not need to apply anything till the face heals up properly, and then you will apply, yeah, makeup and whatever foundations. But the most important thing that you apply medical moisturizer and sunscreen. That's it.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we were talking about sunscreen on the hands.
Yeah.
So Radhika was saying that she's been applying sunscreen on the hands and the effect of using, when you go to a nail shop, they use these UV lights. How does that affect, because it's UV light, the same sort of rays you get from the sun.
Yeah.
How does that affect like the aging on the hand? And would that mean you need to do treatments on your hand as well?
Using a sunscreen for the hand is a good thing, because we usually forget to use it on our hands and neck as well.
Yeah.
And we need, because these areas age more quicker and the skin is different in the, for example, in the
delicate.
neck area. Yeah. So yeah, when you use your sunscreen, you need to apply it face, neck, and hands as well, so that you will not age quicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
About the lighting, I do not recommend it at all.
Okay.
So the gloves is a great idea.
Definitely, because I know I usually get my nails done like every few weeks. I get bored of my colors quite easily. So yeah, it's a lot of like UV
Yeah.
Yeah,
exposure.
Yeah. And so what about treatments for the hands? Because I'm sure if we need to add sunscreen, there must be treatments if we have issues with our hands.
Yeah, there are many anti-aging procedures done to the hand, like different procedures in terms of like laser procedures, resurfacing the skin, injections, skin boosters, many different treatments for the hand, even fillers. Sometimes we need to do some fillers for the hand. So we have different treatments.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So should we do a skin booster on the face and maybe a tad bit on the hands? Or
Yeah. So
yeah. Should we do a skin booster for the face and a tad bit for the hands?
face and hands. Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. So,
Any other questions?
No, that's all really clear. Thank
okay,
you.
you're
So
welcome.
we're going to do the treatment now, yeah? You have to pop you on some numbing cream so
Okay,
you don't feel anything. Is that okay?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you had your treatment with Dr. Roller, the non-invasive, no needles
Yeah.
skin booster. How was it?
It was so relaxing because it comes with a massage, but my skin genuinely, it feels like something is going on. It feels like it's rejuvenating from inside.
Oh, amazing. So she numbed you. So how's your skin feel now?
It's such a nice, tingly, warm feeling. I actually quite like it. And basically what she did was she applied the product on top of the skin and then gently went over it with like a derma roller. And of course, I hate needles. But
Yes.
it was so nice and actually quite massaging. So it was a really, really good experience.
So people who are scared of needles, would you recommend it to them?
100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
It's so manageable.
Oh, perfect. So it was so manageable.
Yeah.
100% recommend to.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Definitely.
This is your aftercare information, so do keep hold of that. And we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. You were such a pleasure. And good luck.
Yeah, thanks so much. Bye.